Unfortunately, this bad boy never ended up receiving proper Kingdom Hearts ports. What we got was cloud versions, an interesting decision by Square Enix, considering that the Nintendo Switch would most definitely be able to play all of the older Kingdom Hearts games part of the HD remixes, and looking at a little bit of optimization, Kingdom Hearts 3 would run no worries. We'd only hope for the upcoming Switch 2 and the fact that Square Enix are planning on putting more games on the Nintendo platform, that proper Kingdom Hearts native ports do eventually happen. But for the meantime, there are actually means to be able to play the Kingdom Hearts games portably. Now in the past we have looked at Kingdom Hearts running on the Steam Deck. Yes, you can play literally every Kingdom Hearts game on Steam Deck flawlessly with enhancements. Something like the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally are the definitive ways of being able to play the Kingdom Hearts games portably. The issue with these, though, is not everyone has one of them. So what's a portable device that everyone does have? Well, that would be a mobile phone. Crazy to think about, but mobile phones these days are pretty cracked. They are more than capable of being able to emulate a bunch of games. However, for iPhone, emulation is a little bit of a sticky subject. Apple have never officially made it so that emulators are available via the App Store, until now. Previously, the only methods of being able to emulate on iOS would be via jailbreaking your phone or sideloading, which people have issues with both of these methods. Now, Apple have unleashed the floodgates to allow emulators on the App Store. Right now for iOS, you can emulate all the way up to PlayStation 1 and PlayStation Portable. Quite a few systems with definitely more to come. Looking at Android-based devices, emulation is nothing new and has been readily available via the Google Play Store for an incredibly long time. If it's not available via the Google Play Store, it's as simple as finding an APK somewhere online, simply downloading it and installing it. It's a lot more streamlined to emulate stuff on Android than it is iPhone. Now today I am using an iPhone 15 Pro as well as a Samsung Galaxy S20, and we're going to be emulating some of the Kingdom Hearts games on both of these devices. Yes, even including Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. So you can literally have a better Kingdom Hearts experience on a mobile phone than you can on a Nintendo Switch, which is insane. So for iPhone, which also includes Android, we currently have two emulators available on the App Store. The first one is Delta, which gives us access to a bunch of retro Nintendo-based systems. What's important for Kingdom Hearts here is looking at GBA support and Nintendo DS. This means that we're able to play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Days, and Recoded. It's important to know for playing DS games via Delta that you will need to find DS BIOS and firmware. But don't worry, these are incredibly easy to find via the Emulation wiki. You can simply download them straight from your phone and then load them into Delta. The other emulator that we have is RetroArch, which is a massive front-end emulator that stores a bunch of emulators within inside of it. This will give us access to the same amount of systems that Delta has, plus more. A ton more retro systems, but on top of that, PlayStation 1 and PlayStation Portable. This is obviously important for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Now, if you're not familiar with emulation, then I would certainly recommend using Delta for emulating the DS and GBA Kingdom Hearts games, as its user interface is a lot more streamlined and just easier to use. However, looking at RetroArch, you definitely have a lot more customization and settings to be able to play around with to further enhance the games you're playing, so it's really up to you what one you use. Obviously, for Birth by Sleep, you will have to use RetroArch. Now, both of these emulators are completely compatible with any controller, PlayStation, Xbox, or an actual plug-in and play controller. The one that I recommend here is absolutely the backbone one. It's compatible with both iPhone and Android-based devices and basically turns your phone into a handheld gaming system. Of course, you can use touch controls, but touch controls are garbage, so definitely use a controller. You're probably wondering about how you get the games. While I'm not going to list the links, it is as easy as just simply typing in the game name and then putting ROM or ISO so at the end of it on Google. Yes, you can download any of your ROMs directly from your phone, and it really is a treat to be able to play some of the Kingdom Hearts games here on your iPhone in a compact form factor compared to using something bigger like the Steam Deck or ROG. The games run absolutely fantastically, and like looking at the DS ones for the likes of Days and Recoded, having both screens kind of side by side is fine. Delta doesn't have a ton of options when it comes to repositioning the screen sizes. Hopefully this is something that will eventually be added in, but it works fantastically, and even to the point of the touchscreen controls working as well, because your phone is a touchscreen device and DS has touch capabilities. All of those touch capabilities work here on your phone. I will say that one benefit that emulating on your phone has over something like the Steam Deck is being able to have that convenience factor of minimizing your game, going into something like the internet browser or onto a social media, and then returning back to where you left off. Of course, you can do something like this on the Steam Deck, but it's just a lot more streamlined here on your mobile phone. Now, looking at the two Kingdom Hearts games that matter the most, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. As of right now, there currently isn't a PlayStation 2 emulator on the iOS App Store. So unless you plan on jailbreaking your iPhone, this method is only going to work for Android devices. Don't worry though, remain patient. Right now, there are emulator developers who are currently working hard in order to get the PlayStation 2 emulators onto the iOS App Store. So for Android, you have three options of PS2 emulators. The first two here are readily available on Google Play. You've got Daemon PS2 as well as Play. The third option here is known as Aether SX2, which I personally recommend. It is the one that you should shoot for. However, you will need to go over to the Aether website on your phone and download the APK from there. It used to be on the Play Store, but unfortunately got removed a few months ago. However, this is definitely the best PS2 emulator for Android. Just like DS, for any of the PlayStation 2 emulators, you will need to download PS2 BIOS, which again, you can do straight from your phone via the Emulation wiki. And dude, it is just complete gamer insanity that you can play Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and even Chain of Memories, for that matter, on a mobile phone. Imagine telling someone back in the day that eventually you'll be able to play PlayStation 2 games on your mobile phone. Like, it's just stupid, but it's the best kind of stupid. So these are the final mix versions of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. They are English patched, so yes, you can even play patched ISOs here on the emulator. Keeping in mind too that I am playing on an S20, so definitely not the newest Galaxy by any means. It's about 4 years old at this point. I have enabled widescreen. On top of that, I'm also playing at 1.25 times the native resolution, so I haven't enhanced it significantly. Playing on a newer S23 or S24, you can definitely bump that resolution all the way up if you so please. And also too, if you want to apply the 60 FPS patch that is available for Kingdom Hearts 2, then by all means do that so that you can then play KH2 at 60 frames on your phone. It's pretty stupid to think that we actually do have a better way of playing Kingdom Hearts here on our phones compared to Switch. I mean, I don't want to go off like a broken record or anything like that, but just considering that the Switch is designed as a gaming device, and yet this cellular social media thingy can pull off PlayStation 2 gaming and play most of the Kingdom Hearts games, but the Switch can't at this point because Square Enix just refused to do native ports, is I don't know, it twists my nipples. We know that at the moment Square Enix are going through a complete direction change when it comes to bringing their games to more platforms, and Nintendo was specifically mentioned, so we can only hope that for Switch 2 we do eventually get this. Also, how cool would it be to have official phone ports of the Kingdom Hearts games? I mean, it's as clear as day they work here for at least looking at Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Hell, I think that even Kingdom Hearts 3 with the right optimization could probably run on modern iPhones and Android devices. We've already got games like Resident Evil 4 Remake running on iPhone. And Square Enix absolutely love the mobile game market. Call me crazy, but I could honestly see something like this happening. So yes, playing the Kingdom Hearts games on your mobile phone is absolutely an option to be able to play these games portably. Again, iPhone users, please remain patient. PlayStation 2 emulators are definitely on their way. Hopefully this has helped you guys out. I've been receiving a lot of questions with posting videos of playing Kingdom Hearts games on my phone recently. A lot of people just confused as to how this works, how you do this, so hopefully this has provided a pretty good explanation. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up with everything going on here. Check out my other social media platforms. A big thank you to my Turkey-tastic patrons. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and we'll talk real soon.